Professor, back to do UFC 101 declaration picks taking place from the Wachovia Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, I'm going to give you my undercard picks, not go into real detail, just give you the winner who I think is going to win. Go to the main card. Let's go. Jesse Lennox against Danilo Villafort. Danilo Villafort by sub in the second round, maybe a knee bar. George Sideropoulos. I think Roop is taking the place of Emerson, I believe, in this fight. Sideropoulos making a drop to 155. Sideropoulos by sub in the first round. Dan Kramer, Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, unanimous decision. Talaslitis against Alessio Sakara. Talaslitis, just like John Fitch, getting dropped from the main event in one fight to on his next fight, relegated the undercard. Aside from the difference is John Fitch didn't deserve to be on the undercard. Litis does for the performance he did. Anyways, Litis by sub in the second round. Tammin McCrory, John Howard. Tammin McCrory, TKO, second round. Shane Nelson, Aaron Riley. Aaron Riley, this is the second. I mean, the first fight was kind of controversial. Shane Nelson won it by TKO. I thought it was a premature stoppage. I picked Aaron Riley in the first one. I'm going to pick him in this one. I'm going to go... We're going to go unanimous decision. Okay, first fight on the main card. Josh Neer, Kurt Pellegrino. Pellegrino looked really good in his last two fights. Obviously, both of these guys have lost to Nate Diaz recently. Pellegrino, I think, in this one is going to have the advantage wrestling-wise. So he's going to look to use his wrestling, use his boxing to set up his wrestling. Neer probably going to come out like he has in the past, kind of adopted a Nick Diaz type style where he comes at you and, you know, kind of tries to throw his hands up and goad you into like having a war with him. This is a real tough fight to call. I'm going to say Kurt Pellegrino by either unanimous or split decision. I think this is going to be a real close fight though. Ricardo Almeida against Kendall Grove. This is going to be his last fight at 185. And he's going to drop to 170, which I think is a great idea. And Almeida is going to have the best jiu-jitsu at 170. You know, I think Almeida is going to... I mean, Grove has the advantage on the feet, but Almeida can certainly hold his own against him. On the ground, Almeida's got the advantage. Grove is underrated on the ground, but Almeida's just, you know, another level when it comes to jiu-jitsu. I'm going to say Almeida by unanimous decision. Although he could get the sub sometime in there. I wouldn't sleep on him to do that. Johnny Hendricks against Amir Sadallah. Wow, Amir finally made it to a fight without getting injured and having to pull out of the fight. Sadallah dropping to 170 after winning the show at 185. Johnny Hendricks, team takedown, really good wrestling, decent hands. I think Sadallah, I mean, he's going to be able to win on the feet. Whether he's going to be able to stop Hendricks on the feet, I'm not sure. I think Hendricks gets tagged, goes for a takedown. Amir catches him in an armbar or a triangle, something like that, because Amir is really good off his back. So that's what I'm going to say. Amir Sadallah, armbar, second round. Okay, Anderson Silva moving up to 205 to fight Forrest Griffin. Now this fight, I've been kind of thinking about, and you know, Anderson, his last two fights have been kind of iffy. He's a guy that waits for his opponent to come to him. He's good at countering. He needs to see what they bring to the table before he can counter. And, you know, Forrest Griffin is not going to sit back and, you know, be tentative. He's going to bring the fight to, he's going to make Anderson Silva fight for sure. Forrest has a huge weight advantage in this one. One of the bigger light heavyweights out there. Obviously Anderson, one of the smaller light heavyweights since he drops to 185. I think Forrest's going to try to push the pace, be really technical with his striking, try to clinch with him a lot, take him down. Um, and I think that's something he's going to be able to do. Um, I just I just think Anderson's going to be able to catch him with something, uh, either in the second or third round and TKO him. But so it's either going to be Forrest Griffin unanimous decision by controlling the clinch and the takedowns, or Anderson Silva by TKO or knockout. And Anderson Silva is too good right now for me not to pick that, so I'm going to say Anderson Silva TKO second round. If you don't know, so if I love picking second round stop, I mean second round stoppages are more common than anything else. So you'll rarely see me pick a third round stoppage. Uh, BJ Penn against Kenny Florian. This is gonna be a tough one to call. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, BJ Penn is one of my favorite fighters. I just get pumped up every time he fights, and this is gonna be obviously no exception. Florian is really good. Obviously, he trains really hard. Uh, he's going to have better kicks than BJ. Jiu-jitsu, you know, BJ's, Kenny's good, but BJ's jiu-jitsu is better. Um, Wrestling, Kenny's starting to get better, but I think BJ's got the advantage there too. Boxing, BJ advantage. So, Kenny might have the advantage in cardio. He's going to have the advantage in, like kicks and knees, the Muay Thai advantage. BJ Penn, Kenny's going to probably look to stay on the outside and throw some kicks, stay away from BJ's boxing, move in and out. It's hard to do on BJ. He's really good at getting in on the pocket, throwing a good jab, and wearing people down like that. On the ground, this fight, I think, is mostly going to stay standing. On the ground, it might be kind of a wash. I don't see Florian taking down BJ. He's not George St. Pierre. He's not going to take him down. If this fight goes to the ground, it's because BJ wants it there. I say BJ Penn stifles him with his boxing, hits him with a couple good shots, rocks him, and I'm going to say BJ Penn by TKO in the third round. Alright, those are my picks for UFC 101. I'm going to do my WEC 42 predictions, which happens one day after this. It's a great 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row of MMA, 101, Strikeforce, WEC, UFC 102, all sorts of stuff coming down the pipeline. Great month for MMA, even though Affliction got canceled. So, be back for my next video. You guys, stay metal. Later.